Oh no.
Missing.
Greg?
Missing.
I thought this was a duet.
Missing.
Oh, so you're just gonna sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds.
Missing.
Can you hear me?
Missing. Oh, missing.
Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim, and this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing story. It's the drinking. It's the drinking.
Okay.
We have our DC zeros,
yes.
our Coke zeros, sort of give us the energy that we need today to
100%,
get through the
yeah.
pod, which of course is where we take our Miss Thing storied career and do what we do best, which is make it all about us. I would actually like to do a taste test of an item on the podcast.
I'm so excited. Okay, so I very excitedly, I almost texted you this last night, and then I thought, have it be a surprise when he enters the space.
Yeah.
Which is, I have a new candy. I always have candy, as Greg knows. And I was at the store the other day, and I got, hold on.
And boy, was this a surprise, let me tell you.
Okay, listeners, maybe you guys are, it's called Tart. We're being sponsored, too.
Yeah, we're officially being sponsored by Sweets Quality Candies. Sweet apostrophe S.
Yes.
So Sweets.
Quality candy since 1892, and it's tart and tangy taffy.
How would you describe?
I would describe, and I'm not a saltwater taffy person. Listen, I actually wanted a different candy, and that candy was out. Which you know that my whole
So you
personality
settled for
is
this
the chewy sweet tarts. I love chewy sweet tarts.
He loves a sour
Tart.
chew.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have them, and then this was like in its place, and so I was like, ugh, okay, fine, if I must.
I hope those were on sale, just based on the bag alone.
I don't remember them breaking the bank. I will I will say that I don't really love saltwater taffy, but this is actually amazing. It's like taffy meets, warhead. That is my description.
Wait, so I'm about to eat taffy on our podcast.
Yeah.
Misophoniacs.
Wait, does my tongue... Is it a color or no?
No, it's not. It's not.
That's
actually,
so embarrassing.
It's shocking because I actually was in the shower last night
Yeah.
and I was like cleaning the glass with one of those like glass squeegees. Yeah, of course.
You squeegee?
Yeah, I squeegee after every use. So I was squeegeeing and I sort of got to the end and a huge drop of water landed directly in my eye. So I'm going to need you to be on pink eye check for me today throughout the pod.
What are you doing in the shower that you're so worried about?
Well, there's soap, there's,
Yeah.
It's like, you're
Yeah.
cleaning yourself. You don't know what's on.
Yeah,
You don't know what's on you.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to need you on pink eye check and pink tongue check.
Okay, great.
Misophoniacs, beware. Maybe cover your ears for a few minutes. Misophiliacs, enjoy. I am assuming that's people who like...
Yeah.
Who's not chewing.
Okay.
It's not... Oh, no, it's sticking. It's sticking to the front of my teeth. Right
So
in front of the
you
camera.
literally hate it.
I don't. I might be choking on it. Sort of half.
Sort of my dream coming true.
Well, it's sitting in my mouth in a way that the pink is sort of right on my teeth. Settled on my teeth right where the camera is.
There's nothing to do with teeth. Show me your teeth. I'll
No,
do it.
I can't because
you
it
have
really
to.
is.
No, show your I'm doing a teeth check.
I told you it's right there.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
I don't hate the taste. I am really concerned that it will not leave my tooth.
No, by the end of the episode, you will no longer have a tooth.
Okay.
But the taffy will still be there.
Perfect. The taffy remains.
Yes.
I had a celebrity sighting this morning.
Okay, give me guesses.
Give you guesses. Well, you should guess.
No, sorry, hints.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hot.
A boy hot or girl hot?
Boy hot.
Boy hot.
I was at Spoke in Frogtown, famous biking.
Chris Pine. That's
Same first letter of first name.
Okay, another hint.
I'm not totally sure of their first name. Tall, in a current show that's a big hit on Amazon.
I don't watch anything on Amazon.
Okay, can I tell you?
Yes.
Chase Crawford. Or is it Chance Crawford?
Oh, yes, Chase.
What is his name? Oh, okay, so I was right. Yeah, he was biking.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I think he's hot. I never really got into Gossip Girl, even though it is kind of the inspiration for our cover art.
Never seen a frame.
It's very us.
So us. Should we get into Dodd Mom Sauce? AKA Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Which, of course, is our segment where we talk about what we're currently obsessed with, person, place, or thing in the culture. I'm wondering if we have the same one.
I don't think so, but keep going.
Okay.
Actually, in fact, I know so.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say it, not to be too obvious, but my Dodd Mom Sauce is, of course, the substance.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
You and I went and saw this past weekend and was... I mean, what else is there to say? It's an absolute tour de force. It's the craziest movie I've seen in
a while. There's no other. It's wild, and I also can't remember like the last time a movie like it's wholly original while also paying homage to so many other like body horror movies.
So many body horror movies, but also I was saying in the middle, it feels like Requiem for a Dream,
which I famously have not seen.
Oh. Okay.
And then afterwards,
me alert.
And then afterwards, like the group that we were with, you guys I was like, oh, I haven't seen it, and then you guys like all proceeded to like go into specific moments in Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah,
and I was like, guys, guys.
We sort of started punching you, leaving you for dead on the curb
while recapping Requiem for a Dream.
Right,
and that hurt more.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but I highly recommend seeing it in theaters with as large an audience as possible. We saw it at the Writers Guild, which is usually a very it's usually a very polite, quiet audience.
Yeah.
And even by the last half hour of that movie, people were, screaming, laughing. It is just...
walking out. People walked out. It's one of those movies, and there's a lot of articles now coming, because it came out first I think in the UK.
Yeah.
And there's like all these articles about how people are walking out. Because it is a movie that is divisive, and also it's hard. Sometimes you have to look away based off of like what gore is happening on screen.
Yeah, not to mention like plug your ears. The sound design is nuts.
Yes.
Nuts. But it's an incredible performance.
And inertias, you need to protect your ears so that you can listen to this pod every week. We want nothing getting in your way.
Of course, yeah. Inertias learn from your soul sister Cynthia, who of course does protect her ears because she is a singer and needs it to hear.
Speaking of Cynthia, did you watch her and Ariana's like Vanity Fair?
Oh yeah, I've seen clips. I saw the clips where she was asking her about her face.
Yes.
And all the work she got done, which was so LOL. I thought Ariana was being so funny.
She was being very funny, but I obviously all of my love and attention was to our best friend, Cynthia.
Of course, our best friend and number one fan, Cynthia, who was wearing a hat with a nice little sort of bow holding it.
Her fashion sense is out of this world.
I know.
Like every time we've seen her, we saw her at the Hollywood Bowl, and she looked stunning then.
Yes. We've got an EGT right there.
Yes.
EGT FI. Fashion icon.
Oh, yes.
And EGT and FIT.
And
Fashion Institute of Technology. Forward thinking.
October is EGT FIT Awareness Month.
W. Wicked. Don't forget that. Sort of the most.
If you have pride for that,
EGT FIT Awareness Month. Plus W. Just to close the loop, one last thing on the substance. I think it's a movie that has long legs.
Oh,
Not unlike the other movie this year, Long Legs, which I have not seen.
Yeah.
Although I have seen an image of the creature Long Legs themselves. Yeah, they, them.
And did you relate?
Well, I was so terrified by what I saw. I mean, Long Legs looks just like Vicky Gunvalson from Real Housewives of OC.
I actually know who that housewife is.
Yeah, and I think there's nothing more terrifying than that. So I don't know if I'll be dipping my toes in those waters. On that spooky note, do you have a Dot Mom sauce, Tim?
I do, which is recently I have found myself kind of craving constantly acai bowls. And there is one
Acai, beautiful name for a baby.
exactly. And I was this Saturday, I found myself needing an acai bowl. I looked up the closest one, Ubatuba.
Ubatuba. Yeah, haven't been there yet.
And it's kind of my acai place because I've been to a couple in the city. So shout out Ubatuba, please sponsor us.
There's more than one Ubatuba in town.
Yeah, there's one in West Hollywood, which I just went to this past weekend. I've also been to one in Pasadena.
Wow.
I'm kind of going on an Ubatuba tour.
Well, I'm over here thinking this town ain't big enough for the Ubatuba less.
Our first national tour will be just a tour of the Ubatubas, and we'll sell it out. Yeah,
yeah, us with our acai bowls, purple teeth.
Yeah.
Speaking of pink eye, pink tongue check.
Oh, pink tongue. No
Pink
pink eye.
tongue?
Pink tongue, no pink eye. Yeah.
Pink tongue, regular fleshy pink, or
It's enhanced. It's not like overwhelmed, but like it's kind of like when you put like lipstick on your cheeks to give, blush.
Oh,
but
I've never done that.
You haven't needed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so on Saturday, I'm craving it. It's 7:30 when I realize I need to have it.
PM or AM?
PM,
Never
obviously
AM.
not AM. I would never
Sorry
even.
for asking.
Also, I'm not even that. If I were to wake up that early, I wouldn't be hungry for a while. Are you someone who is hungry right away? In the morning?
Depends on the day.
Okay. Anyways, I thought I was gonna go into more of a thing. It just depends. Yeah.
Honestly, no. I'm leaving you hanging with
thank
that.
you.
I'm just gonna sort of say my truth and then be done with it.
Great guess. Depends. Period.
Uba Tuba tour.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 7:30 p.m. and I'm like, I need to have it. I look up the closest one. Thank God there's an Ubatuba nearby.
Sure. Of
I
course.
see that it's going to take me a bit of time to get over there. So I rush over because it closes at 8 p.m. I get there at 7:58 p.m.
This is the West Hollywood one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not so close.
So I was really worried, in fact. I basically illegally parked so that I could get in there under the wire. And then I was borderline worried that they were going to be like, even though it's 7:58, we're not serving you.
Yeah, the blenders are cleaned. We cleaned the blenders.
Which is kind of, and so my Dot Mom sauce is the man working at Ubatuba because I walk in there, immediately, eye roll of the century.
Oh.
And I want to tell you.
From him or you?
From him, which is a good question because I think that my gayest trait and probably my biggest strong suit is my eye roll.
Your eye roll, yeah.
I do get called out on it a lot. I don't even realize I'm doing it half the time. And so
special skills on your resume, eye roll.
Eye roll, yeah, exactly. And so it's I also can spot an eye roll from a mile away.
Right.
And so this guy eye rolls. By the way, not that straight men can't eye roll, but it does feel very gay.
Sure.
So I was like, but this guy feels straight. I go in there. I start I'm like, can I still order? He's like, yeah. Immediately annoyed.
That hurts.
And then I'm like,
hear.
I'm gonna get a large bowl. And I was like, so I just want little toppings because I'm gonna get a lot of things. And
I'm gonna get the works, so make sure take off the foil.
But I really was. I was like, I want 20 toppings, and so I was basically you don't have to put just a couple pieces of banana because I want there to be enough room for all of the stuff that I'm about to get.
You are the worst possible customer
to get at 7:58.
Sure.
So I'm not kidding. I'm strawberry, banana, blueberries, Oreo, peanut butter, coconut, all of these things. And that's only the first batch. So then you go to the second station. And so I'm doing it. And this man, almost to spite me, was oh, you only want a little? And so then he would take the whole banana, sliced up, put it in there, multiple strawberries. And so I was kind of you're actively kind of doing what I don't want. But at
You're Suba Tuba, sabotaging my Uba
yes,
Tuba.
exactly. And so then I was like, but then I was a little bit like, well, I'm not paying by the pound. So
no, of
I'm
course
actually
not.
benefiting from this because he was then like smashing it in, whatever. So I'm like, I'm getting more bang for my buck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that one of the benefits of going in last minute, of course.
You get all the left, like all the stuff that's going to go
Yeah,
bad.
that is very straight man activity to sort of stuff the bowl.
He stuffed the bowl
Uh-huh.
as I stuffed my
Hole. Jinx, personal jinx.
Yeah.
You don't owe
Yeah.
me a Coke because
already
you
had one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we split our zero, of course.
But anyways, so we get to the end. I get it's the largest bowl. There's nothing healthy about this bowl that I got.
Yeah, you've infected all the spoons.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then I go, oh, you know what? I'm actually also want to get some empanadas because they also serve empanadas.
You fucker.
And then yeah, exactly. That's what he basically said with his eyes. And I was, listen, like, I get it. And then he basically, like, threw the empanadas at me because he was, like, so annoyed that it was, like, past, at that point, obviously it was past 8 p.m.
Yeah, you're getting room temp empanadas. Room temp empanadas.
It really was room temp empanadas. And on top of it, he was so frustrated that he didn't want to, like, I don't know why, because it still takes the same amount of time to ring it up, but he gave me them for free. So it was like very weird, angry energy with more food for free or for the same. So I was like, Inertia's, please, if you guys want a good deal, go to Uba Tuba in West Hollywood at 7:58 p.m.
At closing time. Yeah, and make sure you get a straight guy
And
who
make
sends
sure-
you really mixed messages.
I have a very important question to ask you.
Of course.
Okay, so my important question is, can you be straight and work at an acai restaurant?
Okay, here's my scientific response.
Please.
Yes, you can, but you cannot say the word acai. It's too swirly.
You say like acai.
Yeah. Or say, welcome in.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you say, oh, you want the bowl?
Yeah.
You don't actually,
Yes,
you never say acai. It's too spinny of a word.
It's too gay of a word.
It's too, whoa.
Yeah.
It's too cursive of a word.
That it doesn't, I can't see a straight man being like, what do you do? Oh, I work at the acai place down the road.
I don't see a straight man being able to pronounce it.
They would for sure not say acai.
No.
Let's keep saying
acai.
acai.
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
It gets me all the acai.
Have the fun of getting acai is saying acai.
Yeah. It's just, it makes you feel good in every way.
What did you do yesterday? Had acai. What am I
Acai.
doing right now? I'm eating acai.
Yeah. That's also a good name for our fans, but we're getting too many.
I mean, they can never have too many.
And they're Shais.
Yes. It's how you identify. If you're a Jennifer, if you're Inertia, or if you're an acai.
Or if you're Cynthia, but there's only one.
There's only one. Yeah, there's only one Cynthia. And on that note, should we take a break?
I think so. We're
Welcome
back.
back.
Fuck. When will we ever learn?
It's part of the fun.
Totally.
Okay, we got to get right into this. This is one of, I would say, of a certain generation of actresses. She is like tippity top. Why is tippity top the word that we use all the time, all of a sudden? But she is.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I think you did tippity top for Gaga, and I don't know why I remember that. Yeah.
Did okay, so now you're policing and of course watching me closely.
I just listen to everything that you say. You know.
Oh, that's not been my experience. Well, anyways,
Okay.
our Miss Thing of the week is Cate Blanchett.
Okay, this woman,
actress.
I mean, she is like a lot of people get compared to like Meryl Streep, and this woman is.
Who were those people?
Any woman who ever gets like nominated for a couple Oscars is like, oh, such a Meryl Streep. You know?
Totally. She's Australia's answer for sure.
And she is also like, you just know that she still has a million good performances in her, and that we are going to be the beneficiaries of that.
Oh, the well runs very, very deep. We've got
Notes on a Scandal.
Oh, I love that you started there because that's where she really hit me for the first time.
Which By the way, not to immediately, but I'm like, if you go back, movie, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily hold up as well as you think, but her performance is amazing. Not. But, okay, you've got Carol. You've got Babel. You've got Curious Case of Benjamin Button. You've got Aviator.
You've got Tar.
You've got Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You've got Blue Jasmine. Which she won an Oscar, I believe. That and Aviator.
You've got Carol again. I think I said
You've
it, but
got
it should
Carol's second act.
Yes.
Which she was not on that CBS sitcom. She was not
and that's why
on
it got canceled.
Carol's second act.
That's why I got canceled.
That's why it didn't last till season 2.
Yes. And
2-time Academy Award winner.
Yeah, and many more nominations.
And honestly, I feel like maybe this is completely just in my own head. I feel like Australian actresses, they orbit around Nicole Kidman. She's the sun. Nicole Kidman, sort of the preeminent like Australian actress. We forget. Cate is just so global. She's so worldly. Like, she could be British. She could be Australian. She's just truly one of the icons.
And she definitely gives off that vibe that she's like every actress's favorite actress.
Totally. Oh, and of course we cannot forget about Veronica Guerin. It's a movie that I have not seen, but of course the name...
I've never even heard of that movie.
Name's burned in my brain. It's one of those like Miss Sloane.
Oh.
It's one of those like, it's like she gets the 5th slot in a slow Best Actress here.
Oh, right. 100%.
Great performance, okay movie.
And is this a recent movie or like a 90s movie?
I haven't seen it. But it was definitely a Miramax joint. You know? She was thinking like, maybe I could swine in this year.
No?
I did kind of. My eye sort of twitched.
Your eye twitched at Miramax, which I get because it's like Miramax is associated with Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And it's not a good name, to say.
Well, it was more of a twitch, but I also remember I ate one of your sour taffies, so my faculties are maybe not working in my favor.
Yes. Well, my whole goal on the pod is to slowly, diminish your faculties.
Yeah, your whole goal on this pod. Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, so good.
By the way, truly my favorite performance of hers. I feel like that was the apex of Marvel films, and it's truly been all downhill since then. I mean, the best villain in Marvel history, in my opinion.
Good. Yeah, so good. And why we're doing her this week is she now has a Apple TV show with Alfonso Cuarón called Disclaimer, which is getting raves at the festival, and it's coming out this week. And I'm so seated for it, I cannot wait.
I cannot even wait. I mean, of course, Apple, all you ever hear is they have this amazing A-list project, and I've not watched a one of them.
This is the first one I actually think I will sit down. I will actually order the subscription.
Oh my God, week to week.
Week to week. And I love that it is week to week.
I know. Because we'll need a disclaimer. You'll need a week to catch your breath after the inevitable, incredible performance. And I think, here we go. This is her Emmy.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, because she's won 2 Oscars. I don't think she's won a Tony, actually, but she's been nominated.
She also did, which I watched, I think she did like Miss America. Do you remember that TV show on Hulu?
Oh, right.
And she was great in it. I don't think you watched it.
Did not watch that.
It was
one,
great.
No.
Yeah.
Mistress America.
Mistress America. You are correct.
Is that what it was called?
Oh, see.
America. Okay. I'm over here.
Yeah.
But
she's my Miss America, so that's how I like to call it.
Well, how do you, speaking of Miss America, my Miss Thing, America over here, how do you make Cate's career all about you?
Well, when I think of the seminal Cate Blanchett, I actually think of a movie that I have never seen, and we have not actually mentioned as of yet, which is
Veronica Guerin. Sorry.
I don't believe that is a real movie.
It is.
Okay, I want to know the year.
I'd like to know if that's a real person.
It sounds like Veronica Shingles. That's what I thought you were doing there. Yeah. Okay. Well, when I think of Cate Blanchett, I think of the seminal film Where'd You Go, Bernadette? A movie I have not seen, but I have to assume that at some point Bernadette goes missing.
if the title holds
The shoe
weight,
fits. Yeah.
then that's what you'd imagine that would be about. I will say I watched about 10 minutes of that on the plane. And
did she go missing?
With all due respect, it was unwatchable.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not because of her.
Never. But yeah, it was whoa.
I kind of love that she takes these swings and then she does like a Borderlands and whatever, But anyways, so when I was a child, I don't remember what age, let's say 10. We did a family trip, which I have talked about. I don't know if it was the same one because we went to California a couple times, but we did a family trip to California. We went to Yosemite. We were in Yosemite. We had a, let's say 10 a.m. reservation for a tour guide to show us around the park. We're running late, but we also need to get gas. So my dad pulls over in the national park at their one and only gas station basically, and we get out and he's like, okay, we have to make this quick. Does anyone need to pee? We have a tour guide appointment that we need to get to.
Sure.
So my sister, who was napping, is I'm good, I just want to sleep. My mom is are you absolutely sure? And she's like, yes, I just want to sleep. And they turn to me and I'm like, I guess I should. I don't really have to, but I should,
Go when you can.
Yes.
Go when you can.
So my sister and my mom stay in the car. My dad and I go into the gas station. He ushers me to the, it's a single stall. And then he's like, you just wait here, go. And then he goes to do the gas. As I'm waiting for the bathroom, I'm waiting there for a couple minutes. And then there's a couple people in front of me. No one's happening. And then finally the person comes out and it's just this is actually out of order. Doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
And so,
okay.
And so then someone in front of me is just oh, there's actually a porta potty just to the side of the gas station. So I just follow the line because I'm third in line to the porta potty. I go to the porta potty. I wait. Of course, the person who is first to go into the porta potty takes a massive dump.
Oh, yeah.
So
20
knowing that there's
later.
a line. Yeah. So we're again waiting. And then finally he comes out and he's turns to me because then the person in front of me goes into the porta. He's like, there's also a little wooden outhouse just up those steps, up the forest basically, which you could see, but it was a little bit farther away.
So many alternative
yes,
bathrooms
exactly
to choose from.
And
I mean, why was no one using those in the first place?
Well, because it is a walk. You could see it with your eye, but it's definitely I want to say half a mile. That's an exaggeration, but not close.
Yeah, and when you have the option for plumbing, you kind of want to use that.
Yes, and that one was nicer than the porta potty, so I was like, okay, I'll walk. I slowly make my way there. As I get to that outhouse, a pack of Boy Scouts who are around my age are in front of me, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So then
they come out from the ground. Yeah. They've dug a hole. They've all of a sudden are popping out one by one.
Truly, and then they're all going one by one into this outhouse, but they're also around my age and they're kind of fun, and so I'm just chit-chatting with them.
Of course, you want to impress
exactly.
The boys.
Yeah, and so they're
doing
at
Yuba Tuba.
Yes, and so I'm waiting there, not at all thinking about how much time has gone by, and then I finally, it's my turn after the 10 Boy Scouts. I slowly make my way back. I'm seeing flowers on the ground, picking them up, smelling. I'm oh, what a lovely flower this is.
Enjoying nature.
Exactly. I come back to find my mom literally waving down every car she sees on the side of the highway. And my dad frantically running around being have you seen my son? Have you seen my son? And then they see me, they both run as if I have been missing for years. My mom is crying. My dad is shaking. And they hug me like I've never been hugged before.
Oh my God.
And they're like, are you okay? What happened? And then I was like, I told you I was going to the bathroom. And they're like, you've been gone for a full hour. I was gone for a full hour. Did not just let one thing to the next. Of course, so far away. My mom was literally trying to wave down the trucks because she thought I was in the trunk like that someone had stolen me and put me in their trunk. My sister, by the way, sleeping like
of course,
so sound in the back of the car.
So glad to know that you're not hearing your voice. You look down at your hand, the milk carton you're drinking, your face is on it. How did that happen?
And meanwhile, my sister got like the best sleep of her life. Truly, that like could not have been. And then like they are mad at me, but they're also so happy, and they're like, oh, and then now we obviously missed the tour guide appointment. And then we get into the car. My dad calls them, and they're like, oh, thank God, we actually can get in at the like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock one. So it's like if we rush there, we'll make the appointment. Like the day is saved. And so then he like turns on, like guns it, and then you just hear my sister be like, actually, I kind of have to pee. And I want to say that is the premise of Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It all starts at a truck stop, as many of your stories do.
Oh, yeah. But enough about me. Greg, how do you make Cate Blanchett all about you?
You know, Cate Blanchett and I, we intersect in so many ways. I mean, we're both Taurus queens. Mm-hmm. We're both titans of the stage and screen.
Of course.
You know, we are both pillars of the LGBTQ plus community. I sort of go back to Cate's seminal role in the film Carol.
Of course.
A movie that I have seen once and don't remember even a frame of. But of course, I relate to Carol's draw. You know, I envision her not remembering a thing about the movie. I envision her being kind of like a sexy lesbian that sort of seduces everyone in her path.
And you really want gloves.
Yes.
I believe that's a plot point is they're meeting over gloves. And that's
right. Well, you know, I might need gloves soon. They do say the hands age first.
Yeah.
Also, key moment in The Substance.
Oh,
when she has to start wearing gloves for, you know, reasons we're not going to talk about until the movie's been out for longer. But that reminds me, so my best friend and I in high school, I should say, in high school, I came out between my sophomore and junior year. I was young when I came out, and I know this is like crazy now, but in the aughts, when I was in high school, it was not like totally accepted. Yeah. Like there were very few people that were actually out. There was one other person in my school and me. Mm-hmm. So my best friend and I, my best girlfriend and I, Christina, friend of the pod.
Love her.
Ekis, I like to call her. Just a little insight into our relationship. Okay. She's still my bestie to this day. We were very involved in the plays at school. So in spring of our junior year, we were at a cast party for one of our shows. Okay. There's sort of the cast party where, you know, you have the director and your teachers and everyone there and everyone's celebrating. And then there's the other cast party where you're drinking, getting a little wild.
Yeah.
So this is the latter.
Okay. You were so much cooler than me in high school. Yeah.
Debatable. I tried. But I was deep in the drama club. Remember that.
Yeah.
So we were there. It was, you know, a few of the juniors and mostly seniors. And Christina, at one point, I should not even really be like talking about this, but Christina at one point started making out with one of the seniors. You know, we were like drinking, we were partying. It was like, like go off with your bad self. And I was kind of surprised. I mean, like I knew him, but sort of the defining characteristic of him in my mind was that he had a car. So, and that's
all you really need at that age. Yeah.
Junior year of high school, you just need to know people with cars. Yeah. So she's making out with him, and my laser focus at a certain point becomes to get a ride home that night. So I am glomming onto my best friend here. But I'm also being such a Carol in the corner, you know, with my martini sort of seducing everyone 100%. From afar.
Always wanting a ride.
A ride in so many ways.
Exactly.
So At a certain point, they sort of just stop making out. It's like a party. She's
Yeah.
totally over it. So eventually it was time to leave.
Mm-hmm.
She and I get a ride home. I live a town over.
Okay.
Like I live maybe 20 minutes away.
Okay.
He drops her off first.
Oh, no.
We are driving
yes.
home.
Okay.
We get to the next red light. He turns to me. He grabs me and starts making out with me.
Okay. Were you attracted to him? No.
No. But I was being so Carol. I was being so irresistible.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like,
So you were complimented. You weren't
Whoa.
like offended.
no. I was,
Okay.
but I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we can like make out a little bit. We had a little bit of fun. You know, he drops me off and we talk about it. He wants to do a little bit more, maybe like
Okay.
become a thing or an item, and I'm like, that's definitely
that's a
not
step
gonna
too far,
happen.
yeah.
And also you're straight.
Yeah.
Cut to Monday morning at school. He comes out to everyone. I turned one. I caroled a guy out of the closet in high school.
And
a senior. I was younger.
was he upset that you rebuffed him?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we stayed being friends, and I was actually really proud of him. But I just could not believe my pull in one night at a party. I turned one.
Wait, and what was Christina's reaction to making out and then the next time that she sees him, he's gay?
Well, we're best friends.
There's sort of another person in this story that we're not focusing on, which is Christina made out with this guy, and the next time she sees him at school, he's gay.
Yeah, well, we've laughed about it. We've learned to laugh about it. And it was like not a
Through the
serious,
tears.
it was not a serious
Yeah.
thing. Like they weren't becoming,
It's just like fun to make out with
boyfriend
someone.
and girlfriend. Yeah. But it was just sort of the magic of the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
the dream, that's so like porny, I feel like,
100%.
to turn one.
I also love that I don't think you've seen Carol because the premise is not her turning
No,
turning a
I
straight
know.
person gay.
No, I know that, but how I envision it in my mind.
Okay. I have a game. My game is called Sister, Mother, Daughter.
Whoa.
Cate edition.
Okay.
So I am going to list 3 Cates, and you have to, in the style of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but in this it's more fun. It's just who would you want to be your sister, who would you want to be your daughter, and who would you want to be mother?
Kind of cis mom dot.
Exactly.
Okay.
The very Miss Thing.
Oh my God! This game has long legs.
Exactly. Okay, so
Sister, mother, daughter.
Sister, Mother, Daughter, Cate edition.
Cate edition.
The first 3 Cates are Kate Beckinsale, Kate Hudson, Katie Holmes.
Daughter, Kate Hudson.
Okay.
She's the most famous daughter.
Oh, right.
Sister, I would say Katie Holmes. I feel like she's very wholesome.
Yeah.
And also, my sister had a friend growing up that looked just like Katie Holmes.
So you like
Shout
know
out to
the
Kristen.
role. Yeah.
So many Christina.
You also feel like, I don't know, I feel like you and Katie Holmes would have like a very like almost like antagonistic but also like love each other sister brother relationship.
Totally. Yeah, you know, we'd weirdly be friends, and you'd see us together, and you'd be like, "Well, what's going on there?"
Yeah.
So, Mother, Kate Beckinsale.
I fully agree. Kate Beckinsale is also so funny. If you've ever seen her like do an interview, so it would be a fun mom.
Yeah, I don't associate her with being funny.
Not in any of her roles. Like she's a big like pranker.
Yeah, I feel like she's doing a lot of like big bow work lately. Kind of clownesque.
Yes.
She's absolutely stunning.
I think it's a smart, as you get older, you know.
Be the clown.
Yeah.
Embrace your clown.
Exactly. Okay, next. Kate Bosworth. Kate Mara.
Oh, God.
Katie Heigl. That is how Katherine Heigl goes. She goes by Katie.
Katie Heigl.
Yeah.
I've worked with her before.
So have I. Well, we work together in the same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, right. Such a memorable moment for both of us in our careers.
Yeah.
I think I would need Katie Heigl as my sister.
Okay.
Because I don't want her sort of advising me as in a mother role.
Yeah.
And I don't really think I could control her as a daughter.
Yeah.
Kate Mara and Kate Bosworth. Mara, I think, is mother. I think, is mother. I think she's got her shit together.
Okay.
And Bosworth, yeah, she's fine. She's my daughter.
And that's what you want out of a daughter.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's pretty. She can work.
Yeah.
You know, she's
not going to worry about her.
Yeah, no, I would not worry about Kate Bosworth.
Okay, and the last one, the most important batch. Cate Blanchett, Kate Winslet, Cate the Great.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Well, Cate the Great, I'd say is mother, just because of the age. I'd say
she's run a whole country.
Yeah, of course, of course. Kate. Ooh, this is so hard. Winslet sister, Blanchett daughter.
Wow.
Actually, no.
Okay.
My answer, Blanchett sister, Winslet daughter. Yeah.
100%. I was really kind of worried for you there because it's like,
Yeah.
Kate Winslet makes you feel proud as a mother.
Totally.
You know? Where it's like, that's my daughter.
Oh my
And
God.
then
She's in the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah. And then
The two.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
Cate Blanchett is just like, you are going to get down with her.
Yeah.
And also, but be in awe and be like, that's my sister. That is my sister.
Totally. And she's responsible. She's older sister vibes. Like, she'll really, she'll give you hard advice, but she's really warm.
And she'll give you your first sip of alcohol.
Totally.
You know? She'll teach you how to drive, you know? Like,
Yeah.
she's definitely, like, who you want helping you sneak out.
Yeah, she rolls her own joints.
She gives mom the best performance. It's like, where was Greg last night? It's like, he was in his bed sleeping.
Yes, and you learn from her. You learn from her.
I couldn't agree more. And that's the game. So I believe maybe you have.
I have a game for you.
Okay.
So this is a little game I like to call Elizabeth the First or Elizabeth the Second. So I'm going to list some actresses.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me who you'd rather see them play.
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston.
I'm going to say Elizabeth the Second.
Okay, Reese Witherspoon.
Elizabeth the Second.
Sydney Sweeney.
Elizabeth the First.
Wow. Okay, Raven Simonier.
Elizabeth the First.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Elizabeth the First.
Old or young?
Old.
Should we take a break?
Yes.
We're
Welcome
back.
back.
Oh, I'm not even addressing that. It's time for Diva Down. Diva Down is, of course, our segment where we give unsolicited advice to a diva who is down, but not necessarily out.
This week is something we've never done before, which is more of a Diva Down, but not forgotten.
Yeah, tribute edition.
Tribute, exactly. And this week's Diva Down is Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
What a loss.
Such a significant loss from an incredible actress. Speaking of, just spanning the continents, spanning the ages.
She could play Elizabeth the First and Elizabeth the Second.
Could have.
Yeah,
yes. And she would have killed both roles.
She is, you have
Sister Act.
Sister Act 2.
Back in the Habit. Downton Abbey.
Yeah, you have First Wives Club. You have Best Exotic Marigold Hotel 1 and 2. there's so many other movies, but those are the hits in my opinion.
A true Miss Thing.
Harry Potter. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Goes without saying.
My advice is really just for all of us, which is just like, this is someone that we should just be so grateful that we got to watch and see and be entertained by.
Yeah.
And I think my advice for us is to honor and celebrate her. We should watch a movie of hers that we've never seen before.
Okay, I'm open. I'm listening.
I think it should be either best. I've never seen Best
Exotic Marigold. No, but I haven't either. But I know we're gonna see a lot of us.
100%. 1 and 2. She's a big sequels girl.
Oh yeah,
So,
she loves her
yeah,
sequels.
Yeah,
and
you wouldn't
she
think
was,
it, but Maggie Smith is a sequels girl.
Yeah, she paved the way for actresses in Hollywood
Yeah.
to sort of do sequels.
100%.
Yeah, and that's what we have to honor that.
The original sequel queen.
Maggie Smith. I'm so down. Exotic Marigold. What's our other option?
Okay, the Quartet or the Quartet. Remember that one from
That
like
one I've
10
not
years
heard
ago?
of. No.
It's like her and Dustin Hoffman. You know, it's like, I believe it's singers or something, but it feels like kind of adjacent to Best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
Okay.
A third option is, I don't know anything about this, but the poster is her looking kind of like a bag
With a
lady.
bag lady. Oh my God,
Lady
I was hoping you
in
would
the
say.
Van. It's called Lady in the Van. And I kind of feel like that is the one that we should, you know.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a Miss Thing double feature. What?
Also, one came to me, and let's just say this is like divine intervention, which is sisterhood of the it's like the divine sisterhood
of the Yaya.
Yaya.
She's in that?
Is that the title? It's something like
The
that.
Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. I remember that was a
Yes.
big book one summer. My mom was
Yes.
all about it.
Okay, to bring it back,
We're such
rent out the
Yaya
theater or see alone.
Yaya Sisterhood.
Yeah.
I'm inviting the whole community because
whole
they're all my
country.
sisters.
Yes.
And they're all my Yayas.
Yes.
Oh, I'm inviting the whole country. I think that's what we need right now as a country is to
Yes.
get together and to watch Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. My advice is, for all of us is to respect our divas, honor our divas while we're here, and, you know, just never take them for granted. But I think everyone loves Maggie Smith, and I will say that I am so happy that she lives on in the personality of my best friend right here.
That is the biggest compliment because I was just about to say, which is
I
a
meant
diss to
it.
myself, which is I think of her as kind of like the crotchety queen, where like somehow she can like get away with murder.
That's what I was referring to.
And so if I can get away with being the crotchety queen,
With a little smirk.
as I order my uba tuba, and I say a little bit extra, put another one of those empanadas in there for me. Wink.
Yeah, it was like Maggie Smith was back with us that day.
That's why I started craving it.
Yeah, that Drake guy was like, wow, he reminds me of that old lady I've seen
If
in a lot of
someone
stuff.
said to me that I was very Maggie Smith vibes, I mean, we're best friends.
Well, I just said it.
I know, but like off of someone who barely knew me.
Off pod, okay.
Yeah.
So you'd rather hear it from a stranger off the street.
Yeah, your words mean nothing to me.
Okay,
And on
well.
that wonderful note, should we?
That note, yeah.
Okay, before we go, just listeners, please like, subscribe to on Spotify or Apple, on YouTube as well.
Instagram, hit us up on Instagram, on TikTok. We're on both of those. We're at Miss Thing the Pod. Yeah, and if you love the podcast, tell your friends. But also, if you could leave us a little review on Apple Podcasts, that really, helps. We love reading what you've already had to say. And a rating that I guess that really matters. So.
Yeah, 5 stars only.
Yeah.
Turn on automatic downloads. Literally spam every person you've ever met. We love you.
We do love you. And we love Cynthia.
Yes,
our
bye,
number one
Cynthia.
fan.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zientek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons. with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zeins.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at MissThingThePod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zientek on all social media.
Bonk.